Hi, welcome to this YouTube channel again, and I would like to say a very big thank you for all of the different support and all the different likes and comments that I've received on this channel so far, and I'm so grateful. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you three key principles that you need to bear in mind as we move into 2024 that is going to really help you significantly, especially in your career, and most especially if you are still starting out. And the first one is you need to optimize for focus. The second one is you need to put in more work. And the third one is that you need to be consistent. Now, before I go a bit further into talking about these three key principles, I'd like to share a bit of personal story with you that is going to help bring everything home. I was privileged to graduate with a first class honors from one of the top universities in Nigeria. And graduating with a first class is a dream that every middle class home or even a poor family tend to sell to their children, because it's almost as if it's a ticket to all the problems being solved. And yes, stories like, oh, if you put in the work and you graduate with first class honors, that opportunities are going to be waiting for you. So many jobs that other people will beg for will be waiting for you. And even your university can even retain you as a lecturer. It's as if it opens up doors to boundless opportunities. Now, by God's grace, I eventually achieved that feat. But was that really the case that every opportunity that I knocked on opened to me? Was that really the case that all my dream jobs, every single opportunity came knocking at the door? That was really not the case. And I would sense similar frustration with some other people that graduated with the first class. As a matter of fact, one came to me very frustrated and complaining bitterly because he applied to so many job opportunities, some of his dream jobs, and he got rejection letters. They did not accept him into such programs. And it's as if every single gospel about graduating with first class honors as being a scam, that there's nothing that differentiates you that graduated with first class and any other person that graduated with any other degree that they graduated with. Now, is that really the truth of the matter? Is that really the entire story? But you see, reflecting on that experience, I've come to see that most times we focus more on the output, that okay, you scored different A's in your throughout or your undergraduate program, and you fail to realize who you've become in that process. Now, the person you've become in that process of trying to make a first class honors, that is the true value. That is what differentiates you. And by graduating with the first class honors, you have proven to be one, a person that is focused. Number two, you've proven to be somebody that is hardworking. And number three, you've proven to be somebody that is consistent. Now, if you put all these three aspects together and you apply it in any aspect of life, you will definitely succeed. Why? Because it takes focus and intentionality to graduate with a first class. Nobody makes a first class by accident. You have to put the goal in front of you from your first year and up onto your final year, having that laser focus without being distracted by everything that happens on campus. Then the second aspect is that you need to be hardworking. I know many times people sell the narrative of there are some people that are naturally brilliant, that they didn't really put in so much work, that they are just naturally intelligent, that with just little effort, they just need to flip through the textbook and they have it all. They have that understanding. Do I think that those nuances exist? Yes. There are some people that the ability to understand, the ability to grasp concepts is quite quicker than some other people that will have to put in more hours. But you see, if we believe the naturally brilliant narrative alone, it means that people that are seemingly not naturally brilliant, they don't have a chance, they don't stand a chance at academic excellence. But time and time again, we've seen people defy the odds by being disciplined to put in the extra hours. So if it's going to take me 9 hours to achieve that understanding, the person is ready to put in the 9 hours. If it's going to take the person 8 hours to achieve that understanding, the person is disciplined enough to put in that 8 hours. And definitely when you put in the work, you definitely see the results. Then the third part of who you have become when it comes to making a first class is that you've proven to be somebody that is consistent, and consistency is very important to achieving results. So unlike your secondary school, whereby maybe you perform well in your first term, you don't get to perform well in your second term, then it doesn't have any capital impact. But that is not the case in the university, whereby your cumulative grade score that you eventually graduate with is a combination of every single effort you have put in your first year, your second year, your third year, your fourth year if you are offering a 4 year course, and cumulatively that forms your cumulative grade score. What that means is that whatever mistakes that you make in your first year would impact on that dream of graduating with first class. So the person has to be consistent across all the different semesters. So having said this background, you can see that graduating with a first class honor, the true value in it is the person you've become in the process. That you've become somebody that is focused, somebody that is hardworking, and somebody that is consistent. But you see, many times because that was applied in academic setting, many times people that finish from the academic phase of their life and come into the career phase, they tend to struggle because they still do not see the fact that these three key principles also apply within the professional setting. How be it this time within a different circumstance, that this time around it's not about studying, it's not about reading different textbooks in order to pass the exams, but more or less how are you able to bring the knowledge that you have, the abilities that you have, the skill sets that you have towards solving a problem for the organization and towards helping the organization meet their goals. And many times we come into the workplace, most times unprepared, we don't have the full range of skill sets, we don't have the full range of knowledge, and many times as well, unlike in the academic setting where there is a clear curriculum that you need to follow, it's not often like that within the professional space, right? So that is where those values now come in, that you need to be focused. You need to be focused as to why you came into this organization, and you need to be focused with what are the goals of this organization and how does that align with your own personal goals. Many times there will be so many distractions that will want to take you out of that path. I mean, social media and today the in thing could be everybody is getting into tech, tomorrow the in thing is everybody is getting into forex, and that can distract you from actually applying efforts towards mastering those skills, mastering those knowledge that is going to help you add value to your organization. So as you move into this new year, and perhaps you are moving into a new career in this new year, one thing that is very much critical for you is that you have to optimize for focus. Focus is very, very, very key. It has a way of helping you to increase your productivity by 10x. So you have to be focused on the organization goals, focused on your own goals, focused on understanding where are those problems, where do those gaps lie within the organization. And then you have to be focused as to the specific skill set, the specific knowledge base that you need to have in order to solve that problem. Then the second part is, after you've optimized for focus, then the second part is that you need to put in the work. You have to be disciplined to put in the work, to be able to go the extra mile, to be able to go to work the extra hours. Nobody that has succeeded in their career had it on a platter of gold. Don't buy all those narratives. Okay, this person knows this person, they know that person, and they were just able to get promoted all of a sudden. Nobody succeeds in their career or is very, very good, top of their game in their career, just by resting on their laurels. You have to put in the work. Hard work is very much important, right? And not just any kind of hard work, but putting in the work in a place whereby it's relevant to the organization. So in going the extra mile to gaining skills, in going the extra miles to gaining knowledge, you need to ensure that you are acquiring all those skills, all those knowledge, putting the work in a place that is relevant within the organization that you work. And then the third part is consistency. Now, no manager, no leader wants to work with somebody that is inconsistent, that today they're a high performer, tomorrow you cannot vouch for their work, next tomorrow they perform well, and the day after they perform badly. They cannot rely on such a person. Every leader wants somebody that is reliable, and when you are consistent, you are reliable. You have to be a consistent performer. You have to be consistent in your character. Now, one thing that has helped many times, whereby perhaps sometimes you won't put in the work and it's as if it's not appreciated within the organization, and you want to run the risk of saying, okay, since I put in the work and nobody appreciates it, let me just be inconsistent. I'll perform one today and I'll not perform very well tomorrow. But the question I tend to ask myself at such phases in my life is, who am I? Right? And I want to be somebody that is consistent in character. I want to be somebody that is consistent in terms of the value that I bring to the organization. So that way, maintaining that focus on me, that this is the sort of individual that I want to become, this is the sort of personality I want to resonate each time my name comes to the board, right? It tends to help separate you from whatever thing that is happening in the external environment. Oh, my manager said this, my manager said that. It helps you to stay focused. So, in summary, being focused, optimizing for focus, putting in the work, and being consistent are three key things that will really help you to increase your career 10x even as we go into 2024. If you found value in this video, short video that I just made now, please type in the comment box, and please do not forget to subscribe and also share with friends that will find it valuable to 2024. See you in the next video.